I like the cue intro. You're mucking with Mick. This is Ginny, our female lab. So enjoy the video and let's get on with it. You're paid. So today we're gonna smoke ribs. We've got some friends coming over, so we've got some pork back ribs. I'm going to do the 3-2-1 method. I'm going to smoke them for 3 hours with apple, wrap them up for 2 hours with apple juice and some tinfoil in the smoker at 225. And then for the last hour I'll take the ribs off out of the smoker and I throw them on my offset cooker. And I cook them for an hour and I slather them with a homemade slather. So we'll get started. So I got the ribs unwrapped, and I like the pork backs because they got more meat to them. These ones didn't have the membranes removed from the bottom. You know, there's two sides to the pork ribs. Some like to leave the membrane on the bottom. You know, they say it holds better. I like mine off. It just takes that bit of sinew out of it when you're chewing it, so it falls off nicer and tender. And a spoon. I usually use a spoon. I get a spoon up under the membrane, and then I can just grab it, peel it right off. There's the membrane out of the way. Now this allows, when you put your rub on, you rub to get into the meat more. It doesn't hold out in the membrane. So this is the back of the rib. This is the membrane you see on here. I've removed this membrane off this one. So what I say is you just get your spoon up under the membrane, work it across, you get room for your thumb, just pull it off. And if it does get slippery, just a paper towel, and there. So that's what the back of the membrane looks like. So what I have is just a little shaker, but I use what I call a Jan's rub. I've kind of modified it a little bit to different, you know, sugars. I got a cup, I got some brown, I got some white. There's paprika in here, garlic salt, onion salt, some celery salt, celery seeds. There's some cayenne, chili powder. I don't use a whole lot of rub. You see some guys covering, but just to flavor, I like the smoke to get into it. And then I put a slather on later. I'm trying to do this about an hour before it goes in the smoker. Just get time for the salts to work and the spices to meld. Now you can see the paprika changes the color to a nice red look on your meat. The salts work to. So there's the pork. Ribs are all done. They're seasoned. Now it's just a matter of giving it about an hour, maybe a little more, a little less. Let these meld in, and they will go into the smoker. So the ribs are on. They've just gone on now. 3 hours with smoke. We're using apple or my Bradley smoker. About an hour and a half in. Smoke's working well. Heat's doing good. So that's what they look like. When you do this, make sure you use heavy duty tin foil because the ribs poke holes through the lighter stuff and you fold it up and then it drips all over the floor. They're pulled back a little bit. Nice and juicy. A little more to go. Still a little tough. They got to go on the barbecue now. So the ribs are on the barbecue. First roll of slather is going on. Barbecue's really hot too. It's been burning about an hour, the coals, but they're not dying down. I got an old good old hickory lump coal, and it's keeping the heat in today. Pulled nicely away from the bone. So the crowd's gone dull to quiet because they're eating. So, Joan, what's the beans like?
Awesome!
They're
Thumbs up.
spicy.
I was asking my daughter here, but she'll just lie to me anyways.
No, they're really good.
Miss Heather, and how are your ribs?
Awesome.
And Mickey from Nova Scotia, Michelle, do you have any beans, dear?
I took a small taste, watch. There we go.
Oh, he's better. Off a neighbor's plate.
Actually, you know what? They're really good.